Hola Viajeros, welcome back to our One Hotelier interview series, and today we'll be with another hotelier. She's a professional bar and restaurant supervisor based in Barcelona. She's a super fan of the good gastronomy, wine and cocktails. She has also recently visited South America, born in Italy, and her current location is Spain. We represent you, Silvia. Silvia, thank you for joining us.
Hello, hi, Giovanni. So yeah, I'm Silvia, I'm Italian, and I spent the last 10 years traveling around and living between UK, Australia, and Spain, and traveling around South America and Asia as well. I love traveling, and I think it's the best way to know the world, other cultures, and as well to know better yourself.
Excellent. Silvia, so I know you visit Colombia. When was it that you went to Colombia?
So I went to Colombia, that was 2016, and I spent there like almost a month traveling around. And I went there because my best friend moved there at that time, working as a social worker and the healthcare industry.
Okay, and where is your friend from?
She is from Italy.
Italy, and she went to work in Colombia. Where in Colombia she went?
She at that time she was in Taganga, so near to Santa Marta. And now she's in Barranquilla.
Now she's in Barranquilla. Okay. And so you stayed a month and a half. So where did you first landed when you went to Colombia, Silvia?
So I first landed in Bogota, where actually I felt a bit dizzy in the first 24 hours, I think. Yeah, because of the altitude. And I stayed a couple of days in Bogota, so I remember the Candelaria, which is like the old part of the city, which is very colorful. And the area of the Road 7th, that is like a very busy area with many shops and bars.
La Septima, it's called, la calle Septima.
Yeah. So after that, I flew to Santa Marta and moved to Taganga, where my friend used to be. So Taganga is a very nice beach spot just in front of the Caribbean Sea, and there are many local people like going there on holiday, like for Christmas or New Year's Eve time. And it's pretty nice because basically the people spend their day there, like cooking some food and listening to music. So it's quite busy and loud area. We went to Sierra Nevada, which is like the highest mountains in front of the sea. It's like 5,000 meters high, and there is a nice vegetation around there and like coffee field.
Amazing. So basically, it's surrounded by forest and a big mountain, no?
Yes, yeah, and you can see like a white peaks just behind you, but you are in front of the sea anyway. So nice.
Great. And from there, where did you go?
After that, I moved to Tayrona Park, which is a tropical national park just in front of the sea. You can spend like 2-3 days there or even more. There are a few trekking that goes up to the Ciudad Perdida. And like this area is there are some like indigenous living there. So you can like spend some time with them as well, or like see them routine, how it goes. Like
amazing. And were you traveling alone in all of this time, or?
I spent part of my holiday, my travel with my friend, and other part like with some people that I met on the way. So we were like 10 people more or less from everywhere in the world. There were some Australian people from United States, Argentina, Colombia, UK, Netherlands, Spain.
And what was their overall feeling? You know, did you exchange with them? What were their thoughts of Colombia?
like a vibrant energy, good
Okay.
vibes.
And Silvia, so from Parque Tayrona, where did you go after?
So after that, I went eastern to the northern part of Latin America, which is
Okay.
just next the border with Venezuela,
Okay.
and is Punta Gallina or Cabo La Vela.
Okay.
Yes, and I think it's the best spot I've seen in Colombia.
Really?
I really love it. Yeah.
Why?
So it's a very nice, authentic and wild area. You
Okay.
can see like a high sand dune just in front of the sea,
Okay.
and there are no hotels or homes, houses, so you can basically sleep in a hammock and do kite surf all day long because it's a pretty windy area.
Amazing.
And the area as well, there are some local inhabitants, there are the Wayu, like indigenous people.
Okay.
And yeah, so it's very authentic.
Yeah.
I love the place.
So many tourists in that side of the country?
No, not there actually. Actually, it's pretty difficult to reach the area. I remember I spent maybe all day long together.
Oh, really? Okay.
And just by car, private car or buses, and like waiting the combination, but like to change the bus. There's not that traffic the area.
Excellent. But it's a route that you would recommend?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's very authentic. It's very different from other places that you can see that maybe are more touristic.
Okay. What would you say is your favorite place in Colombia?
I think Punta Gallina.
Punta Gallina. Okay.
Yes. After Punta Gallina, I moved western to Cartagena and Rosario Island, which is like it's a lovely island in the Caribbean Sea. So the water is crystal, and you can snorkeling or do scuba dive there. And Baru Island as well, which is nice.
And Baru, la isla del Baru.
Yes, Baru.
Okay, and you spent a good month, sort of, in Colombia. So what would you say is your favorite typical dish that you can remember?
So I remember, arepa de ceviche. I really love the ceviche. And you can have the fish ceviche or like the mango ceviche. That is not really common here in Europe. We don't have so much, but like there it's lovely. And I think the best thing anyway is the fruit. There are so many tropical fruits. Like even the tomato fruit that I never seen it before, but the small tomato, reddish and very sweet.
Yeah, it's called tomate de árbol.
Yes. And you can have any kind of juices as well, fresh juices.
And let's see if you remember this question. So if you can tell me a frequent phrase or word used by most Colombians, what would that be?
A la orden.
A la orden. So what does that mean?
A la orden is like, of course. It's like when you say something to someone and someone tell you, yes, of course.
And what would you say to other future travelers that are picking Colombia as a destination?
Just go there, enjoy, have some food, beers, dance, and swim. You have the aguardiente, which is a bit strong, but it's nice.
Aguardiente, okay.
And here is the Águila, nice beer, local
Cerveza
beer.
Águila. So actually, I made a promise to Silvia because Silvia is doing this interview for the second time because the first interview wasn't recorded, unfortunately, for my luck. So I promised Silvia that I would buy her 2 Águilas, cervezas colombianas. So Silvia, so tell me as well, did you feel at any point unsafe in Colombia?
No, not really. No, never. No, at all.
Any uncomfortable moments? Anything that you say, is very...
No, it never happened to me. Maybe even because I was like traveling with many people at some point. So no, I never felt unsafe.
Okay.
Maybe the only place is like Punta Gallina that I never felt unsafe, but because it's very next to Venezuela border,
Okay.
you can see something is going on. So maybe there are people moving from Venezuela to Colombia,
I see.
or yeah,
Okay.
just like I haven't, nothing happened, but like maybe you can have like the feeling that you are like in a kind of hot spot.
Hotspot. Okay. Okay. And last but not least, Silvia, tell us what will be the only risk of traveling to Colombia?
Feeling in love with the colors, the music, the atmosphere, the vibes. Yeah, I think like 1 month is not enough actually. I spent 1 month, but I had like a list of other places where I wanted to go, but I didn't have the time to. And one of these is Leticia, which is in the border with Peru and Brazil. So it's the Amazonian area. And I think that one is beautiful, and I regretted just I didn't have enough time to visit the area as well.
Okay. Well, excellent, Silvia. So thank you so much for telling us one more time your stories and your recommendations of Colombia. I know it's been a long time since you've been there. So I really appreciate that you share this with future travelers to take the risk of traveling to Colombia, as the only risk is wanting to stay. Thank you.